Andy, oh my gosh, hi. Can you hear me? Oh my God, how are you doing? I hope you can hear me. Yes, okay, yes, yes. I always ask that because whenever I get in my car, my phone automatically connects to my car going through my Bluetooth. So I just, I have no way of knowing. How are you? How you doing? I got a nice surprise I'm about to show you guys. I'm about to pass. I'm in Effingham, Illinois now. I'm not in Blue Springs anymore. I'm not in Missouri anymore. Where am I headed? I'm headed back home, back to Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana. And right now I'm going through this town called Effingham, Illinois. See the crop? Well, you can't see it yet, but this is my favorite landmark. I love it. 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 It's so pretty. I mean, regardless of what, people's faith is and what they believe in, I'm a Christian, but I'm not the type of person where I just like push, like my thoughts and beliefs and everything on everyone else. Like I respect, people and stuff. I'm glad you're doing good. Hi, Cat times three. Oh my God, y'all. I'm debating if I want to stop and get me some ice cream. Is that the exit right there? Is that the exit? I think I'm gonna get ice cream. I don't go to church every Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I don't, I don't either. Now, I used to, but people in the church, at least the church that I was going to, they weren't very nice. They were very judgmental, mean spirited. So I quit going and I haven't went back. How's the job search going? I have my own beliefs. Yeah. And that's good. Everybody, like some people are not necessarily Christians, but they're spiritual. People have their own, like I said, beliefs. And like I said, I do every now and then talk about um, my testimonies and, things that I went through and stuff, but not too bad. Okay. How many applications did you do today? I remember when I was doing my job search hunting, I did about two every day. So at four, oh, good. I'm clapping for you. That's good. See, if you strive to do at least 3 to 4 every day, then your chances of getting a job increases. I'm proud of you. That's good. That's good. So I've been driving, let me see. I've been driving for about, I think 4 hours. So I'm gonna stop and get me some ice cream. LOL. It's true. It's true. Okay, y'all. So y'all seen the title of this video, right? Last night, I decided to do something that I normally would not do, and that is sleep in my car. And I wish that I had have like had someone, because I had already booked my hotel and everything, but something told me, you know what? Sleep in your car. and see what happens. I'll have ice cream. What kind do you want? Do you want chocolate? Do you want vanilla? Do you want a malt? So, yeah, I decided to do that, and sleeping in my car was quite an experience. It was quite an experience. Like, sleeping in my car has been something that I've always wanted to do. So last night I did it. But here's the problem. I don't know how nomads, because here's the thing. I was so stressed out about where I can sleep without, someone bothering me. Vanilla all the way, girl. Well, okay. It's sad because I really would buy you one if you were here. I really would. So, um, so I don't see how nomads do it, because last night when I was like, you know what, I want to sleep in my car. I want to see what nomads, and if y'all don't know, I know y'all know what nomads is, but basically, I mean, y'all are on YouTube right now. Like all y'all got to do is just like go to YouTube, type in nomad, and it'll pop up right now. When I was growing up, and I think I mentioned this before, man, if you slept in your car, you were considered broke, poor, um, like so many things. But nowadays, like it's the norm. So anyway, that was so stressful, like trying to figure out where the heck I'm gonna sleep. So I started Googling places that allowed overnight parking. And first, Walmart said that they, let people stay. And I'm like, okay, so I'll do that. But then I looked and it said, no. And so when I went to the parking lot, guess what? There was a security officer in the parking lot. So I'm like, okay, I can't sleep here. Homeless. Yes, homeless is another name for it. Yep. I mean, nowadays it's like, hey, it's cool. So then I Googled this place called Cracker Barrel, and they serve like breakfast and stuff. And they were like, well, there was a sign up that said no overnight parking. So I was like, man, I might as well just go back to the hotel room if that's the case. But I was like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to see what this experience is all about, right? Y'all, I couldn't find anywhere to sleep at where there was adequate light. Okay, hold on. So you want vanilla? Oh, I wish you was here. I'd get you one. You want to see their menu? Can I get um one scoop of chocolate ice cream with strawberries? You see the menu? That's it. Okay, thank you. I don't know if you got to see the menu or not. Laugh out loud. Yes, please. Oh, I would for you doing those 4 applications today. um, okay, so back to my weird story, right? This is y'all, yeah, this is weird. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I can go and literally sleep in the hotel parking lot. And then hold on, y'all. Ow, my feet hurt. Oh, my feet. I can't wait till I get home. I'm so ready to go home. I feel like I've had an interesting 3 days. So anyway, sorry I keep starting and stopping the story. Let me pay real quick. Hello. The guy looks so young. This guy in the window looks so young. Thank you. Thanks. Can I have some napkin? A napkin? Okay. Thank you. Thanks. That guy looked like he's like 15 years old. He looks so young. Y'all want to see my ice cream? Oh, what about now? Hey, Rashawn. Hey, what's going on? Can y'all hear me now? Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Rashawn, what you up to? Girl, are you at home resting? All good. Okay, good. Okay, so let me get back to the story, okay? So that didn't work. Oh, and Rashawn, how was your day today? How was work and stuff? So then I was like, okay, I'm going to just sleep in the parking lot of hotel. Woo, nothing much. Yes, I'm home resting. It was good. That's good. That's good. Okay, now I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do that, right? Oh no, no, no. The my back seat hurt my back, number one, and the light was just like shining in my face from where I was parked at. It was hot, and I'm like, how do these people do this? I digress, y'all. So I let all four of my windows down, to get the air going in. Like I kind of feel like I was humbling myself because, just think, some people have to really, well, there are some by choice, but some people just think they have to really live like that. No bed, no home, no nothing. So in a way, it kind of humbled me because I was like, wow, like what if I really had to sleep like this every single night? It was the worst sleep ever, by the way. um, I dozed off for probably about 15 minutes. So I would doze off for 15 minutes, wake up, doze off, wake up. So it was the worst sleep. So I had the worst sleep ever last night. On top of that, I was hot and my back started hurting. Would y'all do that? And then one while I remember I fell asleep and then I woke up and I was like, I felt kind of off. I would. Okay, okay. Well, when you come to the US, you'll have to do it. Now, on a side note, a lot of people that I know that live in different countries, they assume that since I'm from America, that I've visited all 50 states. And a lot of them are surprised to learn that I haven't. Now, what would be a good idea if someone did do that? Rent a car and just drive across the states. Sleep in your car. You can shower, because there's showers and stuff out there. Now, y'all might be wondering what happened. Like, would I do it again? What time I woke up? So I woke up probably about 5:30, 6 a.m. And then, I just really, like I said, I just felt like it really humbled me. It made me appreciate, my home and my shower that I have, like, everything, right? And I think that every now and then, people do need to, kind of step outside of their everyday norm and see what it's really like. Because as I drive back home to my home, I'm so grateful. Not that I wasn't grateful before, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that, like, having a place to stay and, having a decent job and a decent car, those things are important. You were very humbled by the experience, basically. Yeah, yeah. So then I went to McDonald's, right? And I went in there, I brushed my teeth, all that. Well, I didn't shower, of course, but I just brushed my teeth, washed my face. And I came out and I got me a coffee. But then when I was getting ready to hit the road, because I knew I was coming back home today, all of a sudden I just felt so, so tired. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do now? Mackie D. Mackie D's, as I call Mackie D's. You're funny. But I felt like, oh no, what have I done? Because when, like I said, when I was getting ready to drive back home, all of a sudden I felt so, so tired. So y'all know what I did? I said, you know what? Oh well. So I went back to that same Walmart and I just pulled up in this space, let my seat back, and I fell asleep. And I don't know how long I was asleep. I think I was asleep for probably about an hour. Or a sloppy. You ain't lying. I hate McDonald's. They have good breakfast though. So I just pulled up in the parking lot, y'all. I went to sleep. I think I slept for about an hour. I woke up. I ran 3 miles because there is this park there that I like. I ran 3 miles. I got Whataburger. Rashawn, if you're still in here, I had Whataburger today. I'm so excited. I had Whataburger. Slopped the food. You're so funny. He said, slopped up food, LOL. Hence the name. Man, is sloppy there where you're at too? In, wait, I think you said Ireland. Oh, man. Yeah. Yes, Rashawn. I had a number one. I was like, you know what? I got to get me a number one before I leave. So I went to Whataburger. I got me a number one with cheese, um, buns toasted on both sides. I got some fries and some hot ketchup or the spicy ketchup because we don't have one here in Indiana. Oh, really? Oh man, I had high hopes for Ireland. So it sounds like it's a global thing, huh? So, but yeah, so I went to Whataburger, whoop whoop, and then I hit the road. Now that brings me to my other story, which is the other title, in the video about Ferguson, Missouri. Wow, burger. I did. And normally, okay, this burger from Whataburger is so much better than McDonald's. The meat is real. I don't know what that is at McDonald's. And y'all, on a side note, one time I left a French fry in my car for like a week and it was just there. Like nothing happened to it. We had them in my town. A Whataburger? It was so good. Okay, y'all. So once I got on the road, right, I'm driving and everything is going good. And then I look down and I need gas, right? So I was like, oh, okay, I'll stop at the same quick trip that I stopped at when, I was going up there, which the neighborhood, it was okay. One of the things about driving through all of these little towns is that you don't really know like where you're at because the towns are so, they're just different, right? So you never really know where you're at. That's why, and I think I mentioned this to Rashawn too. Like when you're making long trips like this on the road, stop at Love's, stop at travel stops. Never stop at, gas stations that look suspicious or kind of like out in the middle of nowhere. So y'all see like where I am right now? If there was a random gas station off to the right, I wouldn't stop at it. I think McDonald's is good for the breakfast and their menu. Yes, the breakfast is so good. I love their breakfast. She said it's suspect. Um, did you do that, Rashawn, when you came to see me that time? Because I don't know if we talked. Well, that's been so long ago, but I don't remember if we talked about that. But I'm pretty sure I would have mentioned that. You know, especially when you're by yourself and everything. So, all right, I was like, okay, no problem, cool. I'll stop at the quick trip that I stopped at before, no problem. Well, I guess my GPS wanted to play games with me, and it took me to the quick trip in Ferguson, Missouri. Now, Rashawn, have you heard about Ferguson? That's where I think Michael Brown, I think that's where he got, you know, I love. Yes, me too. I love truck stop. It's safe, it's clean. What's the coffee like? The coffee is really good. Like they have lattes and you can order the coffee like plain and then put your own sugar in it. But the coffee is very fresh. Like they make it fresh and it was really good this morning. I laugh every time I see Mackie D's. Okay, so all right, Rashawn. So you know what I'm talking about. They have, yeah, yep, they have iced coffee too. I visited Indiana back in 2006. Approximately. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I keep getting distracted. I'm gonna try to get through the story. So my GPS want to play around. What did you think of Indiana, Andy? Oh no, no. So GPS want to play around and wants to send me to the quick trip in Ferguson, Missouri, y'all. Now, Rashawn knows about Ferguson. Andy, you may not, but I just want to say, based off of what they show on the news and like the way that they talk about Ferguson, they talk about Ferguson like it's really a bad area. It's terrible, ghetto, bad people there. In other words, you don't want to be caught on that side of town. You didn't stay long. Okay. I mean, it's cool. It's okay. So it's not a place that you want to find yourself, right? Because there was a lot of stuff that happened years ago with this kid, Michael Brown, and I think it was the I Can't Breathe. That's where that was started at, and I think that that's where BLM started. Gangsta. He said Gangsta's Paradise. Yep, pretty much. Oh God. So I get out of the car, right? And my GPS is like, you've arrived at the Quick Trip in Ferguson, Missouri. I'm like, really, Siri? You gonna do me like that? You gonna do me like that? Okay, okay, bet. So it was fine. Like, it wasn't like what they showed on the news. Um, people were minding their own business, getting gas. Um, the women had on really short shorts. But hey, to each his own, loud music, loud music. Um, as soon as I got out the car, boom, cannibal. I smelled, I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube because YouTube is very picky, but I smelled, it's, it begins with the W. I instantly got hit with that in the face. Use Google Maps instead. Yes, 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 yes. I used Google Maps when I went to the UK last year, and it was a lifesaver. So yes, you are so right about that. Um, so I'm getting out the car, I'm getting a secondhand thing, and I'm like, yo, I get out the car, and I'm standing there, I'm pumping my gas, and this guy walked up to me and was like, say, what I'm saying, need your gas pump? I was like, no, I got it, but thank you though. And he was like, all right then. So I got my gas. I went into the store. Um, they were all in there, like loud and having fun, talking. And then this this one guy was like on the phone saying, "Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We gonna meet up tonight. We gonna meet up tonight." And I'm thinking, where y'all gonna meet up tonight? So it was so funny though. And then I seen like this older man. He was probably in his 70s, and he had on like a cool looking hat with a suit on. Um, and he opened up the door for me, and he was like, "Where you going, lady?" He was like, "Where you going, young lady?" He was like, "I see your I see your tags got Indiana on them. He's like, you headed back home? I was like, yeah. So I don't know. It was just different. It was just different. But it definitely wasn't like, what the news portrayed it to be. Now, granted, that was just at the Quick Trip. So I didn't go all off into Ferguson. I just went, you know. So, but based off of that little bit that I seen, it wasn't bad. I saw people on their phones having a good time, meeting up. This one girl had her Blackie Mile in her hand. So, and that's the thing, like, you have to be careful with what the news portray because the news will have things just all messed up. Oh, were you? What was that like? So, is this kind of like interesting for you to see the trucks on the road right now? And much respect for you too. Like I have a lot of respect for truckers. They, yes, Rashawn, yes, girl. They were enjoying life. Um, they weren't uptight. You know how some areas and like some places, people are all uptight and think you have to act a certain way, which is fine. But I'm not gonna lie, like I really did enjoy that scene. Like I enjoyed that scene. I liked how I liked their vibe. I liked how they were interacting with each other, how they were laughing and just carefree. And it's like, you know, not always different, really. Yes, yes. And Rashawn, I found out that um, Nathan, were you in? I don't know if you were in there when Nathan said that he hauls gasoline, or is it fuel? I think he hauls fuel now. So I was like, let me pray over you because I do get worried about him a lot of times. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for the truckers. Oh, okay. See, I couldn't remember, but yeah, because I think he said that that's what he does now. Truckers, same way of driving. Oh yeah, okay. So this isn't anything, you know. Now, Andy, do you got what side of the road do you guys drive on? Because I know in the UK, it's on the like say where I'm driving right now. Technically, if I were in the UK, I would be on the other side, like to the left, and then the people over there would be where I am. So, what side of the road? Oh, left. Okay. Oh. See, I wanted to rent a car whenever I do go over there to the UK, but I don't know. I had a friend that was trying to help me with, like understanding driving on the left hand side, but it's scary. Same with same with the UK. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. Like I was telling that person, I feel like my mind would flip. Cause imagine me, like I'm driving right now. Imagine I'm driving on the other side of the road. Like I would feel like, oh my God, I pray for the safety cause girl, I know you so right. You are so right. And I know with you being, you've probably seen how ignorant a lot of these drivers can be. A child could learn it. It's easy. So what you saying? I could rent a car in the UK and everything would be all right. Why am I afraid? I think I'm hyping it up in my head to be like this big thing. Because the steering wheel is on the other side. But girl, yeah, the craziest thing that I seen someone do to a trucker, actually that was today. They cut him off and he had to like slam on his brakes real quick. He didn't have time to react. So I was like, "Ooh, that's so wrong. You shouldn't do that to truckers. They can't they can't stop like us." See, thank you, Rashawn. Rashawn, exactly. So I'm saying, Rashawn, if we ever go to the UK together, we should rent a car and help each other. We'll be in that car together, and I'd be like, Rashawn, you're supposed to be on the left hand side. That's so mean. Me putting you in the driver's seat, right? Not UK, but Ireland is much better. Is it? Yeah, you drive, Andy. You just drive us. Drive us around. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we can be each other. There you go. But Rashawn, do you feel like your mind would like play tricks on you? Cause say you and me in the car, right? And we drive it, and the roads are really small. Y'all see how our highways are big, and like where you're at, Rashawn, the roads are big there. Um, they're tiny there. Yeah, we gonna hold you to that, Andy. And you gotta make sure you drive safely because you got two princesses in the car with you. You have two American goddess in the car with you, so you gotta drive with, you gotta be safe with us, American queens. But Rashawn, you're a good driver though. Same here in Ireland. Two beauties in my car. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful goddess women. The more intimidated. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, it's very intimidating. Like when I'm on the bus and I'm looking out the window, I am blown away. Like I have so much respect for the coach drivers, y'all, because mm-mm, I don't see how they do it. The National Express coach, those drivers are so good because they're able to weave in and out, navigate those tiny streets. Like it's, yeah. Thank you. I try. Oh, you're welcome. Y'all might not see me for a couple of days. When I get home, but I'm gonna call you, Rashawn, though. Not probably won't be tonight, but definitely tomorrow. But I hope y'all enjoy my live streams. I'm gonna come back live probably in a couple days. They are trained up properly. Coach drivers just, oh, you know what? I figured that they were, because man, like I just sit there in awe, especially in Wales. Like those tiny streets in Wales, and just seeing how they navigate those roads, it's amazing. And I'm just sitting on the bus like, how the heck did they make that turn? Get some rest. Yeah, I will. I definitely will. You got work tomorrow? Their classes. Oh, okay. So they have to go through extensive training then, huh? Also, Europe regulation. Oh, okay. Yeah. I often wonder, which I'm pretty sure that they are, how different the regulations are in Europe versus the US. Did y'all hear about that tragedy that happened today? Did I already mention that? Or was I think someone else when I went live earlier? That that plane in India that was headed to London. Speaking of the UK, yes, exact intensive training. Yeah, I figured that they have to do it intensive training, because I can't even imagine, like, when bad weather strikes, like they have to be able to navigate that, you know, or when it rains and I just, wow, I'm in awe of them. Yeah, that India flight. Oh, girl, I know, Rashawn. That was so bad, wasn't it, y'all? I couldn't believe my eyes, because people are already posting videos and stuff about it, and I couldn't believe my eyes. Now, y'all know that one passenger survived, right? It's all on, it's on Instagram. Like, man, y'all, Instagram, they they are showing everything on Instagram, and I couldn't believe my eyes. Yes, they are, girl. Like, you know what? I kid you not. When I get on my Instagram and I'm scrolling, stuff pop up, and I'm like, what is this? But yeah, y'all, it was so bad. And that it was a man. Yeah, it was one man that survived, and I found that out on Instagram. He jumped out of the plane, y'all. He jumped out because, as I guess, as the plane was, going up in the air. It didn't go all the way up in the air. So, I guess that man seen an outlet or whatever, and he took it. And when they rescued him, he had some bruises and cuts and all of that. He was limping, but he walked away with his life. I haven't watched the news today. You know what? Me either. All I did was just got on Instagram and boom, it was there. Yeah, I'm on IG. I'm not. No time for IG. IG is the only platform that I truly like. YouTube, YouTube is okay, but I don't have like Twitter. I don't have TikTok. I don't have anything but just these two. But yeah, y'all, he jumped out the plane. And out of 240 people that perished, he was the only one that survived. And a lot of people were saying that he will probably have, what is it, survivor's guilt. And yeah, Andy, you're not even missing anything on Instagram. I have thought many times that I wanted to deactivate my account, but I can't because it's connected to my other channel. So it's okay. Small doses, YouTube. Yeah. Guilt for what? Well, I just read that, when people survive, they, say for an again, all of them perished, but one. Then they say that that person would go on to have survivor's guilt for years to come. They're going to need like all this different therapy and stuff like that. Because, I mean, it makes me wonder, like, as a behavior analyst, I'm thinking, are they wondering, like, well, why I didn't, why me? Why did I get to live out of all of everybody else? Maybe they question themselves in that way. Like, why me? Why did I live? Why I didn't? Just kind of going through all of that. So that would be my guess. But y'all know what? Okay, now in December there was a plane. Was it Jet Air? I think it was Jet Air that was coming back from Barcelona, Spain, headed to South Korea, and they got ready to land and they landed, and that's all over YouTube as well. And this was back in December. None of the landing gear came out, and that plane, and two of the cabin crew members that were sitting at the tail of the plane, they survived. So only two people survived that crash out of 240 people. Yes, it was probably quick thinking of him. Right. hmm Especially, I guess, since they had just taken off. So he probably was like, you know what? I don't have anything else to lose. Let me just go ahead on and do this. Because I don't think that they were that high up, in the sky. So it was kind of like a gamble. So he took his chances. And I think that there were additional people that got injured as well because where it crashed, I think it crashed into a medical building that had students in there. So yeah, lot of stuff going on. Yeah. Housing estate. Oh, okay. It's crazy though. That's why a lot of people be like, why you don't fly to places? Why you don't fly? Why you always driving? Why you always in the car? You know what? It don't matter. You know, like, I mean, I'm in my car. I can stop when I want to. Um, I can do whatever I want to do in my car. I don't, I'm on live right now. Like, I couldn't be on live if I was on an airplane. You know, I think that one isn't any safer over the other. Now, in terms of timeness, you know, obviously, if I flew to Missouri, I would have already been home. I think that might be like an hour flight, but it's the same. Sometimes when I was over there in the UK, people were like, "Why you take the bus? Why you won't take the train?" I'm like, I don't care. It's not a big deal. Yes, that's right, Rashawn. You can enjoy the journey. Yes, making more memories. How much longer till I get home? Hold on, let me check because I was actually wondering that. I'll be home. I'll be home in 30 minutes. I think I'm gonna get off here though. I probably need to try to listen to some music or something, or let the windows down so I can wake up. Andy, you probably need to be sleeping too. Isn't it late there? But thank y'all for coming in. I sure do appreciate it. Thank y'all. Thank you for coming in. Three, oh my God. 3 a.m. Oh my God. You need to go to sleep. Thank you for, were you staying up late for me or were you just up because you can't sleep? If you have iHeart, look up. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that and just kind of chill out and get on in. But like I said, thank y'all for coming in. Rashawn, thank you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I'm gonna call you probably Saturday. Will you be free on Saturday? Thank you, girl. I know. 3 a.m. Just, oh, you're so sweet, Andy. If you come back in here the next time I go live, I'll give you a wrench. You see Rashawn name in blue? I'll make you a moderator. So if anyone comes into this chat being mean, which they do, by the way, like just so happened, probably, I'm going to say this real quick. Just so happened the past few times, maybe 4 to 5 times, there has been really nice people that has been coming in here. But oh boy, it has been some people coming in here that has been very, very mean. So with that, with Rashawn's, with that wrench, she can delete the comments for me. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Rashawn, I made you a moderator. And if you like see mean comments, you can just tap on their name and you can block them or put them in timeout. So that's all. That's what that means. Now, Andy, if you come back, I'll give you one, and you can help get the mean people out of here because they do come in. Yeah, I know. Yes, yes. So, all right, y'all. Y'all get some sleep. Rashawn, I'll talk to you soon. And like I said, thank y'all so much. I'll talk with y'all later, okay?